What's up, rich people? It's me, Haley, aka Mrs. Dow Jones, and this is Financial Tea. What's up, rich people? It's me, Haley, aka Mrs. Dow Jones, and this is Financial Tea, the podcast where I am going to teach you how to build wealth with a little side of market drama, money scandals, and financial pop culture. Today, though, I am going to be giving you the exact blueprint for how to get rich in 2026. Getting wealthy is literally 65% of people's New Year's resolution, but here's the tea. Most are going to end this year with the same bank account balance that they started with, if not less. Same broke vibes, different year. And then next January, they're going to be rubbing sticks together, manifesting money instead of growing it because they don't have a system. They don't know what actions to take to actually make it happen. But not you, Sipper. Can I call you that? Comment if you think that's a fun name or if I need to be put in jail, because you are listening to the Mrs. Dow Jones podcast, and I'm going to walk you through my rich method. You guys, if you follow this, you're guaranteed to build net worth this year. Yes, you will end 2026 richer than you started it. Like with the rich method, you cannot lose. This framework is so foolproof that even your friend who financed her Dyson Airwrap could use it. So, my darlings, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Get your notebooks out. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be financial tea, and it's going to actually make you rich. So, let's jump in. Okay, the first part of the rich method is R, which stands for reserves. If you're serious about growing wealth this year or anytime in your life, step one is always just getting 3 to 6 months of essentials in a high yield savings account, legit as fast as you can. Sell your clothes on eBay, ask for a raise, side hustle, whatever you got to do. And the reason this is so important is that life is going to hit you with unexpected chaos. And this is your safety net so that when it does happen, you don't have to take on more debt. Say your car dies, your company does restructuring, the boyfriend you live with ends up being a walking red flag who's in a relationship with a chatbot and you've got to move out immediately. You don't need to finance or raid your investments to deal with the situation. This is your fuck you money that will get you out of Dodge. Just set it aside, know it's there, and then we'll lock in on the next step in building real wealth. Next up in the rich method, yes, it does stand for interest traps. Interest, ooh la la, you guys. I know that we love a credit card. I love a credit card too. They're fabulous, but they can also be so dangerous. When you are not paying them off in full and you have 20, 25%, 30% APR happening, your relationship with your credit card becomes more toxic than Zach Bryan's love life. I don't know how he got that girl to marry him, but he did. Except with a credit card, you don't even get a viral breakup story out of it. You're just getting debt. You're basically running on a financial treadmill going nowhere, no matter how hard you hustle. The interest is going to eat your progress faster than you can build it. So step 2 in the rich method, we've got to pay off your high interest rate debt so that you can leave this toxic situation like Brianna did. I have an amazing free debt payoff planner that I will link in the show notes just to get you started. Download it. It's helped over 10,000 people, and that is a really good first step if you want to make 2026 the year that you annihilate your high interest rate debt. Okay, guys, now we're getting to RIC, R-I-C. Compounding assets, baby, that's what it stands for. This is the third step, and this is where your net worth is actually going to start growing, okay? This is when we start investing. But we're not going to be investing in crypto. We're not going to be investing in whatever Reddit says. We are going to be buying 2 to 3 low-cost index funds. We keep it really simple around here. I always say, you want your life to be really exciting. You want your career, your travels to be exciting too, but your investments should be super boring. And yes, this is the most boring advice I'll ever give you, but boring is what makes you rich. You don't want a boring life. You don't want a boring career, but what you do want is a boring portfolio. The exciting stuff, the crypto your brother-in-law won't shut up about, the penny stocks some finance pro is pumping on Reddit. Guys, that's how you lose money. Boring investments are what will make you rich so you can have an interesting life. Investing shouldn't be entertainment. It just has to be automated and consistent and average. Think about an index fund like a Chipotle bowl. I am obsessed with Chipotle right now. It's so good. The same way Chipotle, you buy one bowl and in the bowl, you're getting all these different toppings. The same thing is true for an index fund. You're buying one index fund and in it, you're getting all these different stocks, which is awesome because you have instant diversification. And the same way that Chipotle is well priced, unless you get like so many extra toppings, index funds are also well priced. So you're getting good value and you're getting good diversification and you don't need to pick a winner. Like maybe the corn salsa is really bad that day. Maybe the chicken's giving you the ick. Well, you've still got guacamole, you still got rice, you still got romaine. So you're still having a great meal. That's the same thing with an index fund. You don't need every stock in it to be awesome, but you just need some of them to be great and then you're going to stay winning. Okay, and I know you're probably like, Haley, but which funds should we actually buy though? I will link you in the show notes to my free index fund guide for 2026. But just to give you a preview, like I said, you only need 2 to 3. I really like QQQ. It gives you good tech exposure and it's returned around 15% the last 20 years. I also like VOO. It gets you a small piece of the top 500 companies in America, and that has returned around 10% the last 20 years. And I also like VTI because it lets you buy the entire US stock market and it's also returned around 10%. But I just want you to know that if you're listening to this podcast, I will bully you into investing. Like we are friends now, we are girls. You're a sipper, I'm a sipper. Let me know, do we like sipper still? But like we got to invest. You can't work your way to wealth, guys. Got to get our money compounding like Taylor Swift's career, mama. If you want to be a billionaire, that's how we make it happen. Okay, now we're going to talk about the final step, which is H, human capital. I feel like people don't talk about this enough, but like how you make more money is investing in yourself. Like your salary isn't set in stone. You actually can control how much you can earn by building skills, negotiating your raises, switching jobs strategically, or even like starting a side hustle or your own business. Think about it. Like Alex Earl, queen of everything, went from college student at U Miami to multi-millionaire. Like that girl's going to be a billionaire by investing in her human capital. She learned video editing. She studied what content actually performs. She mastered storytelling and reliability. Like her Get Ready With Me's are so good. And then she built expertise in personal branding. Like she didn't just post random videos. She actually developed real skills in audience engagement and content strategy and business negotiation. And then she was able to leverage those skills into sponsored deals. She's not waiting for someone to give her permission. She built herself into a conglomerate and now she's able to create multiple revenue streams because she invested in becoming really good at what she does. And now guys, like if there was a poly market on Alex Earl being a billionaire, I would bet on Alex Earl. Like she is going to leverage these skills into so much money. And you can do this too, like building human capital, becoming really good at what you do so that you're undeniable and people don't want to lose you and you have to be paid more is something that's in your control. Maybe 2026 is the year that you finally take the course or you learn that skill that's going to get you a promotion or you ask for a freaking raise, even though you've never done that before. The worst they can say is no. And then you just start looking elsewhere. But you need to take your earning into your own hands. No one is going to hand you more money. You need to make yourself more valuable and then demand that you get paid for it. And if they can't pay you for it, you walk away. You find something else because you're valuable. And if you don't have a seat at that table, there will be another table that wants you. And the reason that this is so important is because the more that you make, the more that you can invest. Like it's a flywheel. And then the more you invest, the richer you can get, the more your net worth will grow. It is literally that simple. So please invest in yourself like you are the best stock on the market because you really are. So there you have it, sippers. Lock me up. I called you sippers again. The rich method. Reserves in your HYSA, interest traps eliminated, compounding assets on autopilot, and human capital maximized. Okay, those are the 4 steps, but now let's talk about the traps that will derail you because they will derail you, okay? Like these will destroy your progress. These are the villains in your 2026 get rich story. We're gonna do a deep dive on these in future episodes, but like you do need to know what to watch out for. Number 1 is just lifestyle inflation. Like this is like when you get a raise and just immediately upgrade everything, upgrade apartment, upgrade car, upgrade wardrobe. Like your expenses rise with your income. So you're still broke. You just have nicer stuff. So like The new rule is that when you get a raise, instead of increasing your lifestyle, increase the amount that you're investing, increase your 401k contribution, increase your Roth IRA contribution. It's not to say that you can't splurge and you can't enjoy your money and you can't travel. Like, that's so important. But you want to make sure that you're upgrading your life and your net worth, not just your life at the expense of your net worth. Trap number 2, buy now, pay later. If you have no haters, then I am dead. Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay. You guys suck. Like, if you can't afford something right now, you just can't afford it. Plus, this whole like 0% interest rate thing is such a lie. If you miss any of those payments, they're going to hit you with 36% interest. That's Affirm's interest rate, which is higher than credit card companies, but you're getting none of the benefits. You're getting none of the protections. You're not building your credit, but they will also report your missed payments to the credit bureau. So they just suck. Stay away from them at all costs. Like, literally, I want you to just ingrain in your head, we don't use that. Like, don't even think about it. It's trash. Okay. It creates really bad habits. And I know I'm going to get comments with people who are saying, I use buy now, pay later so well. And yes, for a small majority, you can use it and pay it off on time and enjoy the 0% interest. But like, for the mass market, that's not what's happening. It's just enabling people to buy things that they don't need with money that they don't have. And then trap number 3 is not automating. Look, we all wake up in January of each year having so much willpower. We're eating kale, we're not drinking, we're budgeting. And then February comes around and we are, back to our old ways. Relying just on willpower means that you will fail. Like, willpower is finite, but automation, that's forever. If you set up automatic transfers on the day that you get paid, you will pay yourself first and make sure that you are hitting your financial goals, and then you can live on what's left. I would not be a millionaire without automation. Like, it helped me reach every single one of my financial goals, starting with my emergency fund. Okay, but guys, can I be real? Like, what are you going to do next? Like, are you going to actually implement the Rich method, or are we just keeping this in our notes app forever? If you want the breakdown of those index funds I mentioned or the debt payoff planner, those free guides are in the show notes. You better download them. And if this was helpful, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Like, the one who keeps saying, this is my year, but doesn't even know her bank account password. Like, that's the one that you need to share it to. I have to say, when I started my financial journey, I did it with my best friend, Victoria, and it was so helpful. And if you don't have someone, I will be that someone, because we are going to be here every Thursday sipping the financial tea. I am Mrs. Dow Jones. And remember, we want boring portfolios, we want interesting lives, and we want lots of dates with Warren Buffett. I'll see you next week. Stay rich.
Coming up next week on Financial Tea.
What do you lie about when it comes to money? Because we all fib a little.
Ooh, what do I lie about when it comes to money?
Like with dating, like anything.
Ooh, well, first off, I would say, people think I'm the points guy and I put every single expense on credit card. And by and large, I do. I also carry around cash all the time. And this is a mistake I see a lot of people making. I am a believer in a tip. And I think tips can get you extraordinary value.
Cash is king. This is a Mrs. Dow Jones production for Sony Music Podcast.